Hey y'all, what's going on? I just woke up from a little nap. So your girl has a little break and then I have to take my daughter to track practice. But let's talk about Dr. Heavenly, okay? Now, let me just say this. I love Dr. Heavenly. She is my favorite person on Married to Medicine. I follow her. I've been following her for years. I watch pretty much everything that she does on her YouTube channel, and I admire her as a businesswoman, much like I kind of look at Candy, right? But even with me liking her as much as I do, I can still provide criticisms and commentary. And, Married to Medicine is about to start the new season. Phaedra's on there. So I'm very excited about that. So I'm definitely going to be giving, all of the takes on that, right? But Heavenly be acting up, y'all. Now, there's just a couple things that I want to kind of get into. First of all, do y'all believe in girl code? And if so, do you think that Heavenly breaks girl code like at every opportunity? I'm not saying that I believe that. I'm wondering what you guys think, because Heavenly and her takes and her reviews on her show are a big point of contention for the cast. You know what I'm saying? Like, her cast is always feeling a way about the episode that'll air. She comes on, she fries them up, dies, and lays them to the side, right? So that's one thing. But I want to talk about her interview with Dr. G's new wife, who seems lovely, Sweet Tea. And then I just want to touch on how she acted with Al Reynolds. So, Sweet Tea. So as you guys know, Dr. G is back on Married to Medicine. He's filmed with his wife, and Quad has been very, very vocal on, well, I wouldn't say very, very vocal, but recently not, and I get where she's coming from. She felt a way about how the producers kind of plotted and planned that behind her back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is my show, because she is an original. She's an intricate part of the show. And you saw everything unfold with how things happened with the demise of my marriage with Dr. G. It was really tough for her. We saw that it was hard for Quad to bounce back from that. So we all saw that. We saw it filmed. It took her a while. It seems like it took her a while to get her footing and to recover, as it would anybody getting a divorce. And she did that. You know what I'm saying? She recovered and she came back and she's doing her thing. She's successful, has her home. Quad is beautiful. And then y'all gonna go and start filming with him and his new wife. I don't know. And she probably didn't find out until filming started. And then allegedly they're saying that Toya and Simone planned and plotted this and, to get them on here, which I don't like that. And a side note, I'll leave my feelings alone about Toya, but Dr. Simone, you know what I don't be liking about her? And it's like, I kind of like Dr. Simone, but like, I don't like that she's shady. She throws a rock and hides her hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, she does little stuff and then try to act like she didn't do it. And she be on that get back. And that's fine, but it's like, be honest about it. But anyway, so nonetheless, Dr. G is on the show. Quad didn't know. She voiced it on Heavenly's podcast on her YouTube page that she felt a way about it, which, what I'm saying, I get it. And that was that, that was all in the blogs, Fast forward to a few days ago, Dr. Heavenly interviews Dr. G's new wife, which is, her name is Sweet Tea. What I will say, let me say this. Dr. Heavenly was spitting game and dropping knowledge about creating an LLC, because I was even listening and taking notes, like, and that's what I love about Dr. Heavenly. With your business, giving pointers on, what type of website you should create. Should you create an S Corp, C Corp, all of that. I was taking notes because I have a couple businesses and I'm trying to elevate in those as well. But beyond all of that niceness, right? The principality of it, you know what I'm saying, is like, why you had that lady on your show? It begs the question of how cool are you really with Quad? Because this lady just said that she felt the way about certain things on your show. And then, Heavenly, you did that for the views and the clicks. She said that, it went viral because it went viral what Quad said. Then you went and got this lady and interviewed her like a few days later. And so I'm just wondering, again, I like Heavenly, but I'm just like, I feel like the only true friend she has on this show is Jackie. I feel like all the other ladies need to know that, because Heavenly wouldn't have did that to Jackie. They're tight. Like, she looks at Jackie like a friend. She always says, like, she's one of the few people in this world I can trust. I admire her. She really reveres Jackie. You know what I'm saying? As she should. Jackie's amazing too, but she would not have done that if Jackie and what's Dr. Jackie's husband's name? Damn, I forgot. Curtis. If this roles reversed and this happened, Curtis came back on the show, she would never have done this to Jackie. So I guess for me, it just is like, well, she's not that cool with Quad, because I feel like if she really rocked with Quad, she wouldn't have did this. Now, granted, it's not like, I didn't watch the entire interview. I got about, 20 minutes left because the interview was over an hour. But it's just the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing? Heavenly? I don't know. Like I said, I just feel like it's girl code, and I feel like, honestly, if Quad hadn't voiced how she was bothered by this, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But I just don't think that Heavenly should have right now. Maybe later. Maybe you could have interviewed her as when the season started. That would have made more sense. Like, if you had her on the show, she's new, whatever, bring her on. But I just feel like the timing was ill-timed. And it's funny because Dr. Heavenly probably don't give a damn. Because I think she said, look, this is my stuff. I do what I want. I mean, if that's how she feels. But I just think that Dr. Heavenly, if you want to have friends, because I'll be honest, I really do think that Quad wants to be genuine friends with Dr. Heavenly. I really do. I think that each time that they have had their little tiffs, it really do be Heavenly's fault. And it's so hard because Heavenly be dead wrong sometimes, but she's so funny. She's so shady and funny that it's like you almost forget what she did in the shade because she makes you laugh. But it's like she be wrong. So I just wanted to know what you guys thought about that. Now, Dr. Heavenly and Fox Soul and the whole situation that happened with Al Reynolds. I did not realize that Al felt away until a couple of episodes ago when they were talking about, the whole situation with Quad, and they were basically saying, like, should you bring, same scenario, should you bring somebody on your platform, if you feel, if somebody else, one of your hosts feels a way about them or whatever, and they bad talk to you. And then we all saw what happened a few weeks ago. Allegedly, Heavenly is, I guess, banned from Fox Soul. I don't know. She probably should be now. I guess that Al has voiced how he feels about it. But anyway, Al said, well, it's funny that y'all say that. I'm trying to give as much context as I can, you guys, without being too lengthy with this. But, he's like, it's funny that y'all say that because I feel a way about Dr. Heavenly because when Claudia was out, Dr. Heavenly co-hosted in her place, and Dr. Heavenly got into it pretty bad with Al. But in the moment, I didn't really think anything of it because if they do that on the show. Even today, I watched today's episode. Claudia and Q was going at it, and then they be straight after. So I just figured that because Dr. Heavenly's she's not new to the show, she's hosted before. I didn't know the seriousness of it, and even when she went, so after that happened, this was a few weeks, 2-3 weeks ago. Dr. Heavenly went, oh my God. She went on her YouTube page and did a live, and she called Al Reynolds Al Jones. She was fussing about what happened, about the argument that they had, and she called him Al Jones. We know that Al was married to Star Jones, so that's where that little quip came from, or little dig. Al didn't like that. I thought it was funny. I also thought it was inappropriate. Two things could be the same at the same time. I thought maybe Al brushed it off because he didn't address it, on the next, because I thought she was on the next day after that. He didn't bring it up. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Heavenly is Heavenly. So it's kind of like she be doing stuff, and then, because she gets over stuff quickly. So I didn't really think anything of it until a couple days ago when Al was like, yeah, well, it's funny y'all say this, but we're talking about Heavenly now, and look at how she disrespected me. So that, I did not know that he was upset about that. And then, Q called him a pansy, which I didn't think that was necessary. I understand for Funky, it puts him in, a hard place because he is friends with Heavenly in real life. But Q was just saying, like, basically, we're not even really talking about Heavenly. The story's about Quad. Like, you're making this about you, which I get. But I also get where Al was coming from. So, nonetheless, I say that to say this. Dr. Heavenly, is she out of control? What y'all think? Again, I really enjoy her. I just wish she had a little more discretion with the way she treats people that she really cares about, because I actually think Candy does a good job of that. Candy does the same thing. She gives her points of view on the show, and we've seen her and Kenya. Each season they have usually one little spat. She speaks on that without like tearing the person down. And then she even say like, yeah, Kenya's mad at me right now. We're working through it. But she does. I feel like Heavenly, and it's funny because I feel like she tries not to like drag people. But then she probably is looking at the comments, I'm assuming, in the live, and she like probably is allowing her people that are on the video or in her live like gas her up, and then she just forgets that is her friend. But I think she's a little out of control, and I really, for this season, because she's going to do commentary on the episodes. Heavenly, I want you to do a little bit better, okay? Like, you're a riot. You're great for TV. You're smart as a whip. I love you. But I do think that when it comes to girl code and genuine relationships, you can't just be loyal to Jackie, because Quad, I believe, really does love and care about you. And I won't fool with you either. Like, you be telling the business. Even with Contessa, I thought Contessa was extra with it. And I actually think you gave Contessa a lot of grace, although you did tell more of her business than she probably appreciated. But it's like, if that's really your friend, because I think really Contessa was your friend too, I just think you have to be better. And Dr. Heavenly, you was mean to Al. You was mean to him. You should probably apologize. You probably won't. But I do think you were a little mean. I do think it was, because Dr. Heavenly doesn't take she doesn't take kindly to men like raising their voices with her. And maybe that's where her frustration came from, because Al kind of was, raising her voice, but maybe he was doing, because Dr. Heavenly won't let you get a word in. Like, so maybe that's why he did it. But I think you should apologize to Al, because I think you were mean to him. But anyway, you guys, I just wanted to ask you guys what your opinion was about Dr. Heavenly and the situation with Quad and the new girl, Sweet Tea, and Al. Do y'all think that she's out of control? What do we think? Drop down in my comments, you guys. Let me know your thoughts, okay? Talk to y'all soon.